Hey, what's up, Timothy? This is going to be a semi-short demo video for you for 2 of the 4 Master Chassis builds that I've got for you. Today we're going to go over the KR Sabers Desert Wanderer and the Knight OWK2. So let's go over my desk and take a look at them. Good morning, Timothy. I've got a couple sabers to go over with you. As you know, you sent me 4 sabers to do 4 different Master Chassis. I've got your Desert Wanderer here. I've got your Knight OWK2. But that's a lot of work and it's also a lot of money. So I wanted to kind of break these up into like 2 sabers now. I'll do a demo, show you that they work. And then I'll do the other 2 starting tomorrow. All right, so it's not quite like so massive of a project in a long demo video and then hitting you for one massive bill all at once either. So this morning we're going to go over these 2. I'm going to put the Desert Wanderer off to the side for a second and we're going to talk about your OWK2. This one being a little bit unique because it's the only one that you sent me that takes a CFX board. All right, so 2-button setup. Your red plunger right here will be power. This brass greebly over here will be your auxiliary. All right, you're running a stock lit connector in there, so you'll see that here in a second when I light that up. To get to your chassis, what you want to do is a few things. If you want to get to your board, you're going to have to take everything off. All right, if you just want to get to your chassis, you can come over here and unscrew this Cobra-Tech. What I like to do on this particular saber is I will take the screw and I'll glue it into the Cobra-Tech wheel so that you could just kind of just manipulate this with your fingers and you don't need an extra tool. All right, so it comes right off like that. If you want to just get to the chassis, once you take that off, you can slide this around, slide this right around. That exposes your chassis right here so that you can get to your kill switch and just turn it on. We could turn it on from right here. Now you see your crystal pulsing because it is located on the LS2 pad, so it does something different when the saber's off. This has the stock font package on it for now, so you can come in here, you can do whatever you like to do. I do need to show you how to get to the board though. Let me grab a pair of tweezers. Here we go. So getting to the board, you're gonna need to take off a few parts. All right, first of all, we're gonna wanna slide this handle off all the way. You don't ever have to unscrew the pommel. All right, so just take that off as one piece. We'll put that off to the side. You've got your KR 28mm speaker here. All right, you can see all the pieces, but to get to the board, you have to take these 2 pieces out and they are located in here with magnets. So what I like to do is I'll take a pair of tweezers, I'll come and I'll grab this first piece and I'll pull it straight out and put this off to the side. And then you can come over here and you can grab this other crystal chamber piece, pull this out, and of course I forgot to take this. This is the battery cover. This comes out as well. All right, so those are the 3 pieces that come out. You will notice some wires back here because I had to, on this chassis, you do the upper piece, then you do the lower piece, you bring them together inside the saber and you join them all together. So that's what's going on there. But when you take all of that out and you look in here, if you can see that, you've got access to now your micro USB and your SD card in there. So you just take a pair of tweezers and pop that out and pop it back in, you'll be good to go. All right. Now, when putting this back together, you're going to want to put, how do we do this here? To put this back together, you're going to want to take this piece first, put it in there. It'll find its way with a magnet, and you can take your crystal chamber. The bottom of the crystal, remember, has to go up against this piece over here. Just slide it in. It locks into place with those magnets, and then you can come over here with your battery cover and put it right over here, and it locks in place with another 4 magnets, and that's kind of how you put that together. All right, and when you're done with that, if you don't want to get to your board, you really never have to take this handle off. So just kind of squeeze this down a little bit, put the handle on here, come over here and flip your kill switch on. See your crystal pulsing? Now when you've flipped on your saber, you can turn this back around until you line up that hole. Take your Cobra-Tech wheel, screw it on, hit power, says sound energy critical. This was a brand new battery that came with this kit. I have not charged it, so you're going to want to do that. Auxiliary. Hold down auxiliary and twist the saber to change color. Green. There's a nice blue there. Turn it off, and I'm going to just hold a blade in here real quick to show you that you've got some nice shine.
Sound energy critical.
So it lights up a blade very well there. All right, and we'll turn that off. Take the Cobra Tech wheel back off, and then we'll flip the kill switch off. All of these have the brand new batteries that came with the kit that I have not charged, so you will want to take them all out and give them a good charge before you plan on using them. All right, so we'll turn that back, put the Cobra Tech in here. That is basically the Knight OWK2. Very cool saber. All right, so we'll put that off to the side. Let's bring in the Desert Wanderer. This Master Chassis being a lot more detailed and intense than the other one, just because there wasn't very much room to do anything in this saber and keep it accurate. So there's a bit more room in here, so there's more things going on, a lot more things going on. First of all, I've got your display emitter on here right now, so you could put your blade plug in here, which I don't have, but you've got your stock LED thing in here. But you're going to want to put this on before you put a blade on. All right, how you do that is just come over here, grab it by the neck, untwist this guy, twist this one on. When you're doing this, no need to crank down tough. All right, just put it down until it's nice and snug. You've got 3 different blade retention screws located all the way around here, and you're good to go. All right, this is a 2-button setup also, but your switches are here. They're plungers, so power is going to be this little guy, and auxiliary will be this guy right here, this cog. All right, to get to your chassis here, you want to unscrew your pommel. We're going to unscrew our pommel. I also have the vented pommel on, and your static pommel is in your box. All right, when you see this here, pull it straight out, but do it very carefully. Something about this particular setup or this particular chassis, if you're not very careful, this has happened to a lot of people, and you just go shoving this chassis in, you're going to shave one of these tactile switches. It's very easy to do. Now, I've done a lot of these, so I've taken some steps to mitigate that. I've had really good luck testing this. I haven't done it, but you want to be very careful. All right, and this is your chassis. So this is your board cover right here. It's on here with magnets and a hinge. Same thing, brand new battery. You close that, you've still got access to your kill switch, your KR speaker, KR 28mm speaker. Your crystal chamber right here, this is on a door, or it has a door. So again, a hinge with 2 magnets. You can open that and see what's happening. You've got your crystal, you'll have a spinning rotating piece right here, and I'll show you that here in a second. Close that up. You've got an OLED screen over here, a second set of stock PCB here, your board over here. Again, this is on a hinge and magnet system as well, so you can open that up, get to your SD card and your micro USB. Of course, this is a Profi, and then that snaps back down into place like that. You've got an LED strip right here, another one right here. So when we come over here and flip this guy on,
you're not bringing him to me. I'm bringing him to you.
You can see those LEDs going. You can see your crystal pulsing. And we turn this on. There's your battery meter right there. So of course this needs to be charged like I was saying. We can open this up and see your spinning piece. Close that back up. And we've got twist off here. So when you want to put this into the saber, we'll just turn it off for now. You'll notice right above the board area, starting about right here, there's a groove right here in the chassis, okay? In that brass piece, into the SLS piece, and back into the brass. That's because when this is installed, there are 2 longer screws that go right into the control box. You may be able to see them sticking out just a hair. You can see those sticking out into the ID of the handle. The grooves need to go, those screws need to ride into the grooves is what I'm saying. So take your time, be careful, don't shove it. Find exactly where you need to be and push it in just like that. It will go about that far, all right? You can come over here and flip your kill switch from here.
Only when the eyes are closed can you truly see the way.
We'll put our pummel on and screw it all the way down. Lock it down tight, and then you can hit power. Auxiliary here. Now I'm going to just hold a blade in here as well to show you that it lights up. We'll put a 1-inch blade in there. It lights up a blade very nicely. Playing your soundtrack is a long press on the power. And then turning your soundtrack off is a long press on the power, just like that. Going to the next font is a pressing on the auxiliary.
Ben Kenobi?
Okay. And then when you're done with this guy, you don't have to take it all the way out. You can just come over here and take your pummel off. We'll turn it on from here and flip it off with the kill switch, and it kills power like it should. All right, and that's basically how you work this one. So far we've got your Desert Wanderer and your Knight OWK2. Let me know if you have any questions. I will get these boxed up and set off to the side until I get the Ahsokas done. Thanks, Timothy.